Alright, I'm at an outdoor mall here in Redmond, Washington, and I have just two questions for Redmond because I've lived in small towns during most of the pandemic. I returned here because we have some in-person work, and I was hoping to network with the right people, but it might not have been the best decision now coming to think of it. I'm not going to quit the job because I've made connections there already, but looking back on it, I have two questions for Redmond and for most suburban areas, or even worse, the cities in the United States, right? Dear Redmond, why don't you accept me for who I love? And why don't you accept me for what I eat? Okay, I got the questions out of the way. Let me elaborate a little bit more. When I was living in the Rocky Mountains, especially Wallace, Idaho, which I love, we had all sorts of events, right? We had a Christmas festival that I went to. I went to a couple church services there, and it never bothered anybody else that I had different food preferences, right? I ate what I ate. They ate what they ate. If they prepared something and I couldn't eat it, I still marveled at their work and marveled at the artwork, especially. I just can't put it into my mouth, right? And people accepted that for what it is. Here in the Redmond area, they might nominally accept it. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't eat it, but you're out. I mean, it's hard for me to explain unless you live in that situation. And actually, I have a way for you to test this theory out. You could just live in that situation, right? Refuse food, make up some reason, religious, medical preference, or whatever, right? And let me know how that turns, right? You don't have to take my word for it. I came up with a way for you to test this out. So go try that. Now, the other problem I have is that we have a board game meetup. There's a game store over there. I don't know if I can zoom into it. It's raining, so I don't want to walk over there. Uncle's board game store, and they hold a tournament. I just went to a Magic tournament there, but everybody goes there with a group of established friends or maybe a partner, and I always have a hard time jamming myself into the group there, and I almost don't want to go today because of that. But I think that would be kind of resigning my situation if I didn't. So I'm going to go. So, dear Redmond, or dear Suburbia America, why don't you accept me for who I love, which is myself, right? I'm solosexual. And why don't you accept me for what I eat? Why don't you accept me for who I love? And why don't you accept me for what I eat? Can you answer me, please? Thank you.